A deep darkness had descended on the banks of the Saryu River at Ayodhya. Car sevaks had brought down a 400-year-old mosque. This destruction happened 25 minutes before the car seva, that is, selfless service, announced by the Vishwa Hindu Parishad (VHP) was expected to begin. The car sevaks worked for nearly 5 hours to pound the entire structure, complete with its 3 minarets, to dust. The top leadership of the Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP, the VHP, the Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh, RSS, and the Bajrang Dal were all there when the events took place. Central security personnel, the Provincial Armed Constabulary (PAC), and the Uttar Pradesh Police did nothing. They stood there watching the brutal acts of the car sevaks. The first minaret was broken in the afternoon at 2:45, the second at 4 o'clock, and at 4:45 the car sevaks brought down the third minaret too. 4 car sevaks were buried under the debris and killed as they tried to bring the structure down. More than 100 car sevaks were injured. Suronjon lay in bed and looked at the morning's papers. The banner headlines of the paper said, "Babri Masjid destroyed, devastated." He had never been to Ayodhya. He had not seen the Babri Masjid. How could he have possibly seen it? He had never travelled outside his country. In his view, matters like the birthplace of Ram and a mosque sprouting in that soil did not bear much thinking about. He believed that the destruction of the 16th century structure was not only hurtful to the Muslims of India, but that it also affected all Hindus. It had destroyed the general sense of well-being and hurt the collective consciousness. The matter of the Babri Masjid would cause mayhem in Bangladesh too. Temples would be ground to dust, Hindu homes burnt, shops ravaged. Instigated by the BJP, the car sevaks had broken the Babri Masjid and fattened the fundamentalists in his country. Did the BJP and the VHP and their collaborators believe that the consequences of their frenzy would be limited to their geographical boundaries? Riots between Hindus and Muslims had broken out in India. 500, 600, 1,000 people were dead. The number of dead was increasing every hour. Did the protectors of Hindu interests know that there were between 20 and 25 million Hindus in Bangladesh? Also, there were Hindus living in almost every country in West Asia. Had the Hindu fundamentalists bothered to think about the awful consequences for these people? As a political party, the BJP ought to be aware that India is not an isolated, prehistoric island. A poisonous boil generated in India will torment not only that country, but spread agony all over the world, and most certainly to its neighbors. Suronjon lay with his eyes shut. "Will you get up or not?" asked Maya, shaking him. "Baba and Ma are depending on you." "You leave, if you wish," said Suronjon, stretching himself. "I'm not taking even a step out of this house. And they? I don't know. And if something were to happen?" "Like what?" "If the house is ransacked, if they burn it down." "Let them." "And you'll sit here doing nothing?" "I won't sit. I'll lie down." Suronjon lit a cigarette. He longed for a cup of tea. Kironmoyee usually made him a cup of tea every morning, but she hadn't done so that day. He wished that someone would bring him a hot cup of tea with steam curling from it.